So I'm going to do Juz 27 today, so make sure to read this Juz. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This Juz focuses heavily on the afterlife. This theme is clear in every surah in this Juz, especially in the two famous surahs, Surah Rahman and Surah Al-Waqiyah. Surah Al-Waqiyah, you should read that before going to bed. The Juz begins at verse 31 of Surah Al-Dariyat. It includes Surah At-Tur, Al-Najm, Al-Qamar, Surah Rahman, Surah Al-Waqiyah, and ends with Surah Hadid, which is the Tron, or the iron. The Juz marks the beginning of the Al-Mufassil, the off-separated surahs, or later part of the Quran marked by successive shorter surahs separated from one another according to one opinion. These are the comprehensive surahs of the Quran mentioned in the famous narration by Aisha, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with her. So in Sahih al-Bukhari 4993, the first thing that was revealed thereof was a surah from Al-Mufassal, and in it was mentioned paradise and the fire, and the people embraced Islam. The verses regarding legal and illegal things were revealed. If the first thing to be revealed was do not drink alcoholic drinks, people would have said we would never leave alcoholic drinks, and if it had been revealed do not commit illegal sexual intercourse, they would have said we will never give up illegal sexual intercourse. So the majority of the surahs in this just focus on the descriptions of paradise and hell. Surah Tur describes paradise in a vivid detail. So that's verse 21 of chapter 52. One of the most comforting descriptions mentioned in the surah is that we will be with our families and loved ones in paradise, and this is mentioned in verse 21 of chapter 52. The other one is verses 17 to 28 of chapter 52, where it gives a vivid description of paradise. So the Ayah 21 of chapter 52, it says, those who believed and the offspring followed them in faith, we will unite them with their offspring, and we will not deprive them of any of their works. Every person is hostage to what he has earned. Every surah in this Juz calls on to us to urgently embrace the message of truth and follow it completely. Surah Najm reminds us about the moment the Prophet ﷺ saw Jibreel. This is followed by a strong warning to embrace the truth revealed in such a powerful arithmetic manner that even the pagans among the Quraysh fell in prostration when they first heard this surah cited. So in chapter 54, verse 17, 22, 32 and 40, Surah Qamar reminds us that the Quraysh were shown a clear sign in the splitting of the moon and still rejected the truth. Everyone had been given a clear sign in the Quran, about which we are repeatedly told throughout the surah. We made the Quran easy to learn. Is there anyone who would learn? Surah Rahman and Waqiyah are unique in the descriptions. They are the only two surahs in the Quran that describe the two different levels of paradise, one after another. It is from the surahs that we learn that there are various levels of paradise linked to one's level of piety. The righteous will enjoy rewards that the average Muslim will not have access to, but everyone will be content and happy with what they receive. Surah Rahman first describes the paradise of those who fear their Lord, then describes a paradise that is lower than that. Surah Al-Waqiyah likewise first describes the paradise of the forerunners in piety, then describes the paradise of the people who receive the books in their right hands. So these are verses 46 of chapter 55, verse 62 of chapter 55, verses 10 to 26 of chapter 56, and verses 27 to 40 of chapter 56 is where these things are mentioned. Both surahs also contain detailed descriptions on the hellfire to balance the message of hope with fear of sin. So I leave you here. Fi manillah wa sallallahu wa baraka ala nabina Muhammad astaghfirullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.